Alright then, I'm really pumped up for this episode because I know what's going to happen. Well, it's not going to be me leaving because I need to remember that I actually have to go over to Yum Square and that I wasn't just here to fail against Cutman. Nah, actually that's totally what I was here for, never mind. And so, previously when you went here, there was nothing. Now there's this really sad music. I think it's the same one that played when you talk to the lone survivor. And, you know, not really much to say. I did watch Transformers 3, and with the M kit we can now get in here. And weird thing about this, change up bad, even though it's in a purple mystery data, you don't need an unlocker. Thank goodness. And apparently, this was a national treasure. Whoop. And we can't jack out. Lovely. And so here's the main thing that's going to happen. You're going to try and leave, and occasionally there's going to be opposition to your idea of leaving. See? But that national treasure. If not, we're going to attack you. You can get some... These are some pretty strong viruses, so don't take them lightly. And Quickman should cut these guys down the side. Alright. Need to be careful. These are the strongest spookies. Okay. Oh yay, Toadman. I'll just go off with a heat feed though. Because, yeah, I kind of upgraded to that in case y'all didn't know. Amazingly enough, I got an Invis3. And I'll be sure to save because there's more on the way. I like Transformers 3, and actually, to be honest, I've had a revelation about, you know, movies in general. The thing with movies is that I would always grade them unknowingly, but I would always grade them based on if they're able to do one thing and one thing alone, if they can entertain me, because that's, you know, that's the main purpose of movies. And, you know, the Harry Potter series does that well, and any series rated highly by critics seem to do that well as well as doing other stuff well, but to be honest, sometimes I don't really care about how good the plot is, like Transformers 3 didn't have the... Transformers 3 I thought had a good plot, but apparently critics didn't. And I'm getting the critics from the Rotten Tomatoes, by the way. And then I saw Cars 2, and that really changed my mind overall about this, because it was rated as a bad movie by the critics, but you would do that. But what's sad is that... I almost died. No, not that. What's sad is that I actually enjoyed the movie a lot. It's another good Pixar movie. Even better than the original Cars, which I didn't really like a lot. Yeah, kind of mean to say that, but I didn't really like it. It was kind of a tired out theme that's been used by, quite honestly, everybody. And, alright, we got through that. Sortie 3 is not very fun. And still getting the cover plus 50s. Not saying that's a bad thing. And one last thing to do overall. Going up here. One last Navi. One last fight. Feel the judgment of this virus. I fought horror viruses in my sleep, buddy. Ah. Oh jeez, I'm barely alive. How am I? Whoop. Yeah, be a little bit more careful. I should be a little bit more careful is what I meant to say, but I decided to forget a few words there. Oh well. So yeah, these guys are not being very nice. Oh wait, I just noticed something. Thing is, for the right up until now, I thought that purple rod from fire was its eye. I mean, I seriously just thought of that all the way up until now. I now just noticed that's just its rod, it's not its eye. Wow, it even shows in the picture it's not its eye, but I just never cared. Alright, so we had to steal it, and we're just borrowing it. That's something I'm going to explain a little bit as we go along. The thing with that statement is, this is spoilers for Battle Number 3, Battle Number 3 and onwards, by the way. At the end of Battle Number 3, Mega Man has to sacrifice himself and destroy his whole body so that he can save land from a situation. The thing is, he does come back. They were able to find a backup of his data in a plot device used at the very end of the game. Well, he couldn't use his style changes anymore after 3 because he destroyed his original body with the change. And so he couldn't do style changes, so they made the Soul Unison system. Here's the thing though, they never got rid of the program. For the longest I always thought they did, but this game flat out says they don't. And later on, right after we talked to her dad saying, oh by the way, we stole a precious national item, treasure, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it turned out it's illegal to steal this. He says he even gives it back later. So it's not like he even keeps it. But even if he did keep it, that would raise a good point. Why couldn't they just re-put the change.bat into him? I mean, everybody loved the style change system from what I hear, and not everybody seems to like this Soul Unison system. Personally, I'm kind of neutral towards Soul Unison. There are some good Soul Unisons, and there are some very, very bad Soul Unisons. And, you know, Mega Man's going into pain from all this. But in the end, we actually get it. He feels the same, and it turns out that it's more of a seed program. We have to fight more battles to actually tell what happens to us. So he gets something later, and oh yay, more beeping. Fortunately, unlike Metroid Fusion, that doesn't continue on for the whole time. Well, nearly the whole time. I know, darn it! Alright, Mega Man, you're kind of making me wonder why you said, I know, darn it! Interesting little thing I didn't know here. Get a free FireBlde R. I'll be informed for later, but for now, let's just jack in and figure out what's going on, because something actually came into the square. And now we can't have that happening, now can we? I thought to say, wait, I had 20,000, no, I only have 2,000. He's the person that messed it up. And it turns out, he was actually just a diversion. Jeez, this guy was strong enough to destroy the whole square. Yet, you know, he's already defeated plenty of officials too. Thing is, he isn't even the strongest. He's just a crony with a really powerful virus. Oh yeah, meet this guy. He's a boss, don't worry, you won't ever have to S-rank him. And I can't hit him with these Heat V's, so darn. He's an annoying virus for a reason you'll see, because he'll send out that, and the areas in front of him will become poisoned and will damage you, even if you have an invisible on. So what you have to do is get him into the corner so that he doesn't affect all the panels and thus, you know, pretty much kill you. So, you know, fire is good against him. See, did you see how quickly my health was depleting? And of course he uses area steal, so yeah, this fight's pretty mean. And of course that shield protects him until you actually get to here, until he actually sends it out, in which you can hit him around the shield. And you don't really get his chip, but he doesn't really give out chip. There's other versions of him though that will give out chips. And so we gotta tell our dad real quick like. So let's tell our dad real quick like. You know, you think they'd have better security than this, but we'll see that soon. Already something's invaded and he's not even completed his weapon. And so he wants us to help the officials while we go check out the mother computer. This wasn't here the last time. Of course, this whole area wasn't here the last game, so why am I even bothering? But first, let's take a little bit of a detour. Mother of! That's the mother computer! Watch your mouth. So yeah, this thing is taken over, we're all done for. Lovely. Alright, so here's some of the officials. We talked to them. Well, they're trying to figure out how to get through. And it's like, it's nice to have you here, but leave this to us. Now time for some of the weirdest animations as well as some of the weirdest lines. Not the weirdest, but some of the weirdest lines in the game. Pretty, and arm spaz attack. Official beam. And yeah, this is some very weird lines. Hooray for old comic books. Alright, now, that sounds a little bit cooler than the first thing you said. And there we go. Oh, there they go. How about that? Only you could do that. Yes, performed only like officials could indeed. Alright, so they're gonna go on ahead, and they've already taken that down for us. However, we talk to him, he'll say they actually need our help. Why didn't they need our help the first? Never mind. So, welcome to the mother computer. It's kind of interesting looking. So apparently this is protected by many levels of security, and their questions act like passwords. So what are the three missing letters? Curiosity killed obviously the dog. Nope, it's the cat. I don't know who thought of that password, but they weren't really smart. And alright, there's a couple of guys we can fight, so let's go ahead. Yay, got rid of him. And, there we go. Alright, so, yeah, the viruses are getting tougher, but guess what? So are we. Yep, that's right. Already the style changes. Well, not the style changes. Oh no, please don't tell me I'm gonna get this one. Yes, I sure do look different. Darn, this was not the style change I was hoping for. Oh well, I can replace it soon anyway. He's basically explaining that since all operators are different, then the navis will now change depending on what we do. This style chain, we got heat team style. This is a fire navi that uses navi chips. And, well, optimized for navi chips. Now we're allowed to have 8. Also, we have flamethrowers for charge shots, but we'll take double damage from aqua attacks. Yeah, here's the thing, though. The basic way style changes work in this game is there's 4 kinds of style changes and 4 elements. The 4 elements we've already seen. Here's the thing, though. There's the 4 types of styles are team styles, which allow you to get 8 navi chips, but is by far the most worthless of the style changes. Hold on. Alright, so as I was saying, the team style I have is the most worthless because it doesn't really have a side effect. That plus, you know, unless you're going for a lot of raw manpower, then there's no real need for you to have 8 navi chips in your folder. In this game you can store up to 2, and they changed that in the next game by only allowing you to have 1 at a time. And the 3 other styles, well, I'll just say them right now. Gut style is for people that like to use the buster a lot, so their buster attack is doubled, but the rapid is automatically sent back down to 1, which is why I usually don't charge up rapid. And then there's shield style, which is for people who use recovery chips, as well as man, this music's annoying me while I'm trying to explain. As well as shield type chips like barriers or other stuff like that. It allows you to have an infinite shield that you can use, as well as start you off with a barrier every fight, so you can prevent damage with your first hit. It works. It's a pretty good style. Not the best, but pretty good. And the last style is the one I was hoping for, custom style, where you use the add feature or combinations of chips a lot, which I thought I did. And, you know, that allows you to get 7 chips, start every battle, as well as a opportunity to get asterisk coated chips whenever you're fighting viruses and you S-rank them. I think. That was in the second game, and you can only get a few chips in the second game doing that. The thing is, though, I don't really want the style I've been given, so I decided I'll just go with normal style, because every 280 battles, depending on how you battled, there's a point system apparently to this. The one with the most points wins, and the one with the most points wins. The one with the one that's the style with the highest points in it is the one that gets the style change, and that's what I'm planning to do. I'm planning to just, you know, go normal style and then try and get a better style. It probably won't be fire, and the charge shots work differently depending on which style you have, but I'll try and show that more off later. My favorite, though, is the my favorite one is still the fire one, because it shoots out a flamethrower that shoots 3 ahead, and it's very, very powerful once. And it does 50, 70, and then 100 damage, you know, because they level up as you go along and use the styles more. And let's talk to this guy. He lies in a bed but never sleeps. What is he? This dumped me. Apparently it's just River. Makes sense. This guy tells you what's supposed to happen. The next password is the letters to fill in the blanks. Well, he forgot the question. Good job. High class security there. There's with 1 HP memory though, so that's useful. Now, the only style changes I've really ever had in this game are heat shield, because I almost always get heat style first time around, and heat guts. First time I ever got heat team, I almost always get team as my second one, because you use so many mega chips in the farther parts of the game that I would think it's almost impossible to not get that as your second style. So let's get rid of these guys, and that'll help me through. I'd rather have a gut style than team style. I want to see if I can try and prevent that by like doing a lot of battles. Oh wait, this is the person you need to ask. The 2 missing letters. Et Adler. Well, gee, in this world where everybody depends on their computers to do everything, it shouldn't take too much to figure out what it stands for. Yeah, I'm not going to try and change my style just to change my style, but I want to see if I can even change my style, because I'm not even sure if it's possible. I'm not even sure how I got team style in the first place. I just kind of did. Oops. Oh yeah, if you get it wrong, you go back to that last little red warp, so Net Battler. Hooray! And already we're almost at the end of this. Yeah, the main reason I don't even want to have my style equipped is because once you have a style style equipped, then it levels up as you use it more, and it takes pretty long for styles to level up whole on again. Sorry about the interruptions, and you know, the main thing is I would usually say the first style you get is the first style you'll usually use for the rest of the game. The thing is, I didn't really get a good style first time, so I'm gonna have to wait until my second one. And yeah, we don't have time for this. Oh yay, the officials are finally here. My goodness. The clunk. I like just so random. No point to it. Apparently these guys are damaged. And he looks tough, so what are they gonna have to do? Yeah, they're gonna kind of suicide bomb. Really odd. Heck, starting from here, the next like 4 arcs of the story are very, very, very odd. Especially the next, yeah, pretty much the next 4. The next 3, including this one. Oh hey, Pronoman. So they're gonna try and get to the bottom of this, and they're like, I can't believe y'all are going after this. Leave this to us. And so they're leaving, and we're like, so you want to go? Yep. Alright, so let's talk to these guys and see what they have to say. Program A does this, that, all the other programs are lying. Well then. These guys seem to be, all seem to be saying the same thing. That's A, B, C, D, E, F backwards, by the way. All the other programs are lying. Program C, A, C, E, B, D, F. All the other programs are lying. And finally D, you can kind of guess. A, F, B, C, D. How are we supposed to discern that, per se? Oh yay, these guys. By oh yay, these guys, I mean, these guys. Wow, how many cover 80s does that thing have? 2? Oh, Slasher. Yep, that's why I love Slasher. Because they can do that. To those annoying enemies that just love to come over to your side. So let's see if I can get through these guys. And I just missed. And I just got hit. And I'm doing horrible. I need my style. This is like the exact opposite of what happened in Battle Number 3. I was sad because I wasn't getting a style, and then I got my dream style. And here, I was happy about getting my style, and I got a horrible style, and now I'm all mad. Yay. That's a spreader P, which will be useful for just about one reason. Now I have 4, and since I have spreader Q in here, I was about to say, why am I not allowed to go down? I'm gonna get rid of something else. Now I get rid of Slasher. Now I technically have spreader M and OPQ. I want to try and use the style that I can make, or the smaller style, but just trust me. Spreaders have a pretty good style for them, for pretty weak attack. And meet the kill plan. You won't get to see what it does, but just know this, it's not a very annoying enemy, but it does give it a pretty good wood style chip. I'm stuck with styles in my head now. It does give out a pretty good wood element attack, which we're kind of missing in the first game. So this guy tells us program A is better than B is better than C, and D is better than A. Meaning he's pretty much saying D is the best. And he said A, F, E, C, D, so hooray. We'll explore this area later on, and I'll try and see if I can change my style, but I'm not planning on using my style even if I could. Depends on what I get.